Welcome to Chamber, the biggest French bastard to ever exist, and unlike his counterpart, he's completely broken. You go from clicking heads to making people cry.
I'm about to end this man's whole career. Pow!
All just with the power of this French boy. And the best thing about him, unlike all the other Sentinels, is that he's a duelist. In what part of this did you show Sentinel? God, I've never clapped so good. And there is one reason for that. Get a kill, you miss a shot, if you are in a bad spot. Who cares about positioning when you can just change it? This basically makes you into the most menacing character in the game because you have a safety net of not dying. Best thing about these things is after you use them, you can just pick them up anywhere from the map. And considering this is the most broken ability, you can probably expect it to be gone in a month. It got gone in a month. Now, the best spots is what I call death spots. Because just like these two branded idiots, you can be in a stupid spot and be successful because you got this square boy. Just put one in a peak spot, you're gonna have the disadvantage. All set up. Thing is, it's so stupid and so moronically dumbfound brain dead that no one in their right mind would ever expect it. Then I wouldn't try this more than once, because your French world is going to get a bit more personal. Now this thing is not completely broken, it's only the best ability in the game broken. The teleporters of the better days could be placed a football field away, but ever since they kneecapped the poor bastard, basically, you only have one. So, they made it very lame. It also makes a large sound cube, and it takes a lot of terror to appear, so I wouldn't even try to use it as a diet yuri. But I have seen a person try. Also, side note, these things can be shot, and ever since they nerfed them, you really do not want to wait these things out. But if you're a gigabrand like myself, as all chamber mains are, you can actually use them as bait. Now, it's not effective as a main bag, but it can still work. His second ability truly rewards how good you are, because you can physically see all the money you lose. This mini-op is going to be used for most of your time, so you best get good with it. The reason you're going to use these pieces of garbage is because you're going to need to save this. The op and the teleporter go together, always. Nothing can get you more top frags in a game, and because Chamber rewards you for being a pussy, your KD is going to be 10 to 1. Now, you might have noticed these two moves don't reward the team at all, and he's a Sentinel, because they only reward the best player, and that is you. But what if you call yourself a Sentinel? This mine, this cheeky mine, is the best defensive move on the most offensive character. Whenever it detects an enemy in this giant radius, it shoots a dart that slows them down, alerts you, and will basically get them killed. Even if they shoot the trap, it still alerts you to free kill. Also, I might add, he used to have two of these. Two of the most broken traps in the game. For the placement of these things, you want to put them to cover as much area as possible. On defense, these things serve as good flank watch, so instead of having your brain dead Raze watch them, you'll have this thing instead. On attack, just slam the thing down somewhere where a teammate won't watch, but there's a chance of a cheeky flanker might go. But what satisfies the op teleporting friendship?
You want to play? Just like I played with your mom last night.
Unlike the Virgin op, it shoots faster, has higher damage, and is free. Now, I would just leave it at that, but they nerfed him again. Now, it was deserved, but it was funny. Now, it doesn't just stop there, because it also creates a slow field whenever you kill someone, basically meaning you shoot a tripwire into their skull, completely stopping a push. Now, there are many pros to picking Chamber, and outside of the obvious one, he's a very aggressive character, and I see many players playing in a more campy sense, and you shouldn't do that. This label don't mean anything.
Spike is down.
I've got an idea!
Chamber.
It's fine. It's
What are you doing?
it can work.
Player standing.
Kill yourself, you worthless bitch ass nigga.
Now, I'm pretty sure why players play him like this is because Well, he looks like a defensive powerhouse. I mean, he has a trap and a teleport, but you gotta think of it as a free gunfight on cooldown, or else you get stuck with the mid-bitch rule. And sure, you get a lot of kills, but it isn't exactly the most fun gameplay. Still, he can be pretty bad if you're not good.
Yep, that's me.
Chamber's main flaw is that he doesn't provide any smokes or flashes, but he can be complete garbage if you're not lost in the sauce like the boy. His role is to get picks. That's straight up. You can't get away with a 150 KD. He doesn't assist anyone's kill, and he's worse than the other three in area denial, making him really bad if your aim sucks, especially considering two of your abilities are literally just an aim test. This is why you see Chambers either top scoring or being a complete dumpster fire. It's pretty obvious that all this footage is old, but any more time playing Valorant is one step closer to me doing something productive. He got the biggest nerf in Valorant history, and it was 100% deserved, don't get me wrong, but the rework to his teleport made it way less interesting. If you think about it, Chamber has one ability. Use the trip pre-round and forget. Your Headhunter is your only pistol, and his ult is just an op that you pop before the round starts. The teleport is the only ability you actually think about, and they removed that part. Now it just feels like a husk, and it feels very boring to play. So here's a rework. His Headhunter should get an upgrade system. You always spawn with 2 bullets in the gun, and stats would be identical to the Sheriff. When you get a kill with it, it upgrades to its second tier, which is what the Headhunter is nowadays, and the stats will get better and better with each kill. When you get to tier 5, it becomes his operator. Now the downsides are that if he dies, his gun goes back to tier 1. Additionally, every round the gun will decay by 1 tier, if he doesn't get a kill with it, tier 2 being the minimum it can decay. Counterplay is, if you've been the enemy and have been counting, you can actually just kill him. I know, crazy.
But mister, I can see the sweat coming from his player model.
Nowhere to run!
Like what the?
His teleport should convert it to a 2 TP system. Yeah, I know, but this is just boring. And should have 2 forms of teleport. A fast one and a slow one. His fast one is what it is nowadays, except that you get a 45 seconds flat. His slow one, which you can do by pressing and directly looking at the other DP, takes twice as long to disappear. But the cooldown is then 15 seconds. This nerfs his fragging potential while adding to his map pressure. His tripwire... Yeah, I know this is lame. Since his operator is part of his Headhunter ability, it's going to be a completely new ultimate. He presses the ult button, getting a brimstone view. He places a TP from where he's standing to where he clicked. For the next 10 seconds, any teammate, including himself, can press T on one of his nodes to TP to the other side. Now, this totally will not be broken, and totally will not break the game Now, is this a cool concept? Yeah. Is this balanced? No! In what world did you think this was going to be balanced? But let's just wait and see until they add these ideas into a newer character.